All right, everybody, how are you doing today? So something I've been wanting to do for a while now is to do a test demo. I'm actually on the other computer. If you guys have been watching my other podcast called the Icy Rails podcast, where we are in the kind of the layout room essentially with that computer, but now I'm in my main office computer and kind of testing out to see a particular another podcast I've been wanting to do is called the Icy Station podcast. Now, the whole kind of point behind this podcast is this is where we're going to be talking about trains, not necessarily running trains. It's more of it's going to be the platform that I'm going to be using here on the channel to invite other guests, have them do some show and tells. We talk about what's in the news and so forth. So I'm kind of just laying the foundation for this series and seeing where it's going to go. It's just one of those things that I'm going to continue to test. Again, this is kind of the tech demo a little bit just to make sure I remember how to use StreamYards. It has been a while. A lot of things have changed. And so I'm just trying to figure out the groundwork and where I exactly want to take it. So, but yeah, it's pretty much going to be a free formatted talk, whatever. If you guys are watching, feel free to let me know if you want to link and join in. And um, about transportation with your host, the Ice Dragon Rayron VR. So, with that, it looks like the tech is going kind of okay. If there's lag, please let me know or just leave a comment. Let's see, connection is unstable, fairly good, which is interesting because I am wired. I wonder if my computer can't handle it, but I don't know. If it starts lagging out, then I'll probably just stop and rethink everything. But yeah, we're gonna be stress testing. We're gonna make sure everything works, my share screen works, all that fun stuff. So definitely excited, and we got some interesting news too that I want to kind of announce. It's two different things, which is awesome. So let's go ahead and do the first test here and see if this works. Uh, Let me go ahead and go to Scaletrains website. Let's go ahead and present share screen, no audio. Let's go ahead and share this bad boy right here. Okay, so this is what's really going to be cool. I just found out yesterday that Scaletrains, obviously, if you guys don't know, Scaletrains does a nice road trip to try to promote their brand, get their name out there, talk with the customers, get some feedback, and so forth. And I live in San Antonio, Texas. Well, look at this map here. There's a couple of spots here that it's pretty close, especially this little guy right here. Now, if we take a look at this, I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but we've got, oops, let me also switch over to comments here. On Saturday, February 25th, 2023 at 7 p.m. San Antonio Model Railroad Association. So Scaletrains is going to be coming to SAMRA, which is awesome because now I get to meet the guys at Scaletrains. And let's see, is this mic working? Hello. Uh-oh. Hang on. Okay, mic's still in here. Okay, come on, connection, you can do it. Okay, looks like my mic's still going. Again, tech demo. There's a reason why I'm saying that. Okay, so let's go back to Scaletrains. So yes, Scaletrains is going to be at SAMRA, which is awesome. So it is very important if you guys have any questions about the Scaletrains process, feel free to leave a comment or leave a message for me to so that way I can ask these guys because I've got a load of questions I want to ask them. So here's a couple questions that I've got already queued up. The first question is going to be, obviously, there's been a lot of talk with the Digitrax or not Digitrax, Scaletrains motherboards and why it's so difficult when they have DCC ready boards that they don't talk to it with soundtracks for like the lighting and the function and so forth. That you got to get like a buddy board to do those conversions. So that's one thing I want to ask them why they do that. Why in the world did they use the ESU decoders, considering that you got to buy the ESU programmer so that way you can adjust CV values. I know that's been a huge frustration for those out there about using those. So that's another question I'm going to try to ask. I'm going to try to record the whole event. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to, but that's something that I'm definitely going to try to do. It's going to be my number one priority. And obviously, the other questions are going to be how much are going to be the J class locomotive from Norfolk and Western that they've just announced. And then my personal question I really want answered: when are we going to get a GS4 daylight in Scaletrains? So definitely a huge opportunity. It came out in left field. I just found out yesterday that Scaletrains was going to be at SAMRA, which is going to be awesome. Cannot wait. Cannot wait at all. Okay. So that's kind of the big announcement there. Let's see. So I'll go ahead and move that. So it looks like everything's going to plan. Okay. So kind of the other thing that I want to do. Again, this is going to be a very short stream. Again, I'm just kind of tech demoing it, trying to see how I want to do this, how to present the format of this podcast. But I'm definitely excited for it. Definitely excited for it. Let's see. I want to go to, if you guys didn't know, I don't tend to update this too often just because I've been so busy with IRL stuff, but I do have a website. It is rayronvr.com. It's what allows me to keep my domain name, allows me to copyright the name, so on and so forth. That's the biggest reason why I have it, but it's also going to be like a central hub for everything that I do as far as content creation. So if you guys don't know, and I will leave a post here. This is and it's going to be at the link of every one of my videos, but I do now have a PO box. So the PO box, I'll go ahead and bring it up here real quick. Let's see here. I gotta get used to StreamYards again. It's been a while. It has been a while. Okay, let's do this one. Okay, so here's the website. There's the PO box. I don't know if you guys can see that, but if you guys were ever wondering, again, this is kind of the first time I'm announcing this, what the VR stands for. It's basically my initials. So Victor Rodriguez, PO Box 202-081, San Antonio, Texas 78220. Now I know there's been plenty of you guys that have been wanting to give me stickers that have that have IM'd me privately. It's like, hey, where can I send you this stuff? I've been working on getting a PO box for a while, and I know there's been some others that have been wanting to give me stuff and for the channel. And again, I greatly appreciate all you guys' support. It's been something I've been wanting to do for a while. I just haven't had to go out and actually get it. But now we have a PO box, so feel free to do whatever you want with that. So I definitely appreciate all the support that you guys giving me. Again, not required for anything. It's just for those that want to go the extra mile. And you know, I know there's a lot of stickers that people want to send, and I can put it on my layout on my modulars. I think what I'll probably do is I'll have like a whiteboard behind me when I do the Icey Rails podcast with my layout, and I'll just put all the stickers on that whiteboard so that way you guys can see it behind me when I'm streaming on that particular podcast. So I am definitely excited for that as well. So there you go, guys. Officially have a PO box. Sweet. So definitely excited for that. Let's see. I'm trying to think if there's any other news. Okay, so let me go ahead and try one more thing. So something I've been also wanting to do, a big part of the Icey Station podcast is that I wanted to do a lot of show and tells. And so let's go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and remove this. And then we will add let's see if I can find it here. It's gonna be a window. Let's do this one. Make sure. Okay. Awesome. So you guys can see it. So another thing I want to do is show and tell. So right now I've got a camera that's captured to going to a capture card. Again, I'm trying to test the latency, see if it lags on us at all. I tried to bring up my own stream, so I do need to pause it. Okay. Yeah, I can already tell that this computer does not like. Interesting. Okay. There's a lot of processes that go with this kind of setup. And so I can already tell I don't think my computer is going to handle this, but we give it the good old college try. Okay. So it looks like, again, I'm just here, checking out how laggy it is. Okay. So anyways, I've got, come on, you can do it. There we go. Hey, Mr. Road, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. This is another thing I need to test. Yay! See, that's one thing I do like about StreamYard is that I can actually do this now. How you doing, good sir? Again, we're just doing a tech demo of the Icey Station podcast. Right now, just doing some showing and telling. Looks like it's a bit laggy, but we'll just press on. Stress testing the system. All right, let's see. Let's go ahead and open up this bad boy here. This is easily one of my new favorite engines. I'm just going to open up one of these because I don't want to open up all three. It's kind of a pain to deal with. All right. As everything falls because my mic falls. Yay. Okay. Okay. So let me okay. We want just we can go over it one more time. All good. Okay, so SAMRA stands for San Antonio Model Railroad Association. It's where the club that I joined, where you see all of my short videos, my SAMRA fun runs. It's all part of that layout. And so let me go ahead and screen share this again. So it was just announced that Scaletrains, they're going to be doing a road show, and they are coming to SAMRA. So I have the opportunity to meet with the Scaletrains folks. And so if you have any questions about Scaletrains, feel free to leave a comment, and I'll try to get them answered and do a follow-up video on that. So they're going to come in 2 weeks, and I'm going to try to record it all, and it's going to be a great time. So I cannot wait. And then the other thing is I do have a POBOX now. And I will bring that up really quick. So stop screen there. Yeah, so some of the questions I'm going to ask Scaletrains is obviously, why do they use ESU? Why do they use ESU decoders? Because they're such a pain. From my understanding, you have to use their own programmer to program the CB values. Why does their motherboards glitch when they're using soundtracks for the lighting? What's the price going to be on the J class Steam that's coming out from XMTH? And when are they going to release the GS4 Daylight from XMTH? So I've got a lot of questions lined up, but gives you guys the opportunity to also ask some questions. So I'm excited for it. Again, I'm going to try to record the whole thing. I'm definitely excited. It was like an opportunity that came out of nowhere. It was great when I heard the news. So I cannot wait. Cannot wait. Okay, so on my website, rayronvr.com, I do have a PO box. The PO box is there. So again, if you didn't know, VR is actually my initials. So that's what the Rayron VR stands for. So that's my PO box there. PO Box 2020081, San Antonio, Texas 78220. So that's kind of the two big announcements that I'm using for this kind of tech demo for the podcast. And so, yeah, it's going to be a way. This podcast is going to be a way that I can just find ways to insert all random news I can't necessarily put in a short, can't put in a video. It's kind of the catch-all when it comes to information for me. And then obviously bring up guests. Obviously, if you want to come on, I can give you a link. And showing and telling, that's kind of the big thing that I've been wanting to try to capture on this channel. um, I usually can do show and tells via video format, but I also like the environment that we can have a proper podcast, because the Icy Rails podcast is more of a monologue type of podcast with myself and obviously my layout and just kind of showcasing it. Whereas here it's going to be, okay, let's showcase the rest of the hobby, let's talk to others and so forth. So that's kind of um, the way forward a little bit. I'm still testing it, still trying to figure out the ins and outs of it. Obviously, this is a very immature phase of the podcast. It's still got a lot of growing to do. I can already tell I need a better computer for this half of the stream. But yeah, I'm excited for it. Yeah, I had a couple requests for a PO box because I know a few individuals wanted to send me stickers, so I plan on putting the stickers behind. I'll probably. I also want to incorporate them into my videos as well. So I've got a lot of plans for those ones. So we get the ball running on that, and I still got to make my stickers too, because stickers apparently is a fad when it comes to the YouTube family community for model railroading. So I will be jumping in on that, and it'll be my mascot. Essentially, it'll be the full-blown Ice Dragon sticker with a few texts that I still need to add to it. So that is definitely on the horizon. Okay, yeah. So when I see more older four-axle locomotives in N scale, yep, I can ask them. I can ask them. Yeah, I've got a whole running list, so I'll just add that to the list. I will add that to the list. Okay, I think so. Yeah, Scaletrains is coming to SAMRA. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. I'm excited. They said they're going to have a lot of products there for display. They're going to run some on our layout, which I'm going to laugh because a lot of the 6-axle diesels tend to derail on our layout. So I cannot wait to see that and hopefully record it. It's like, yep, you do have a problem with your 6-axles, because my big blow cannot run on their layout, which is really sad because of our old Atlas switches. So I am excited to see that. I'm kind of giddy a little bit because then they can actually, look at some of their issues. But that's beyond the point. I'm excited to have them regardless, and meet them in person. It's exciting. I can't wait. Cannot wait. Okay, so yeah, PO box. Also, my PO box will be in the link in the description box below. Take you to my website, which you'll have the whole PO box there. So plenty of also that same day, so that very morning, it's gonna be a busy day on the 25th. So in the morning, I'll be going to a train show. SAMRA is actually hosting a train show, so I'll be basically a buyer in the morning, and then in the afternoon, I'll be running on that layout. And I've also got kind of a meet and greet going down there too. I've been kind of advertising it kind of loosely from time to time. I'll be running so what I will be running is the big boy 44 or 4018 that I have from River Rossi, and then I'll be pulling the Missouri Pacific Colorado Eagle trains, probably what I'm going to be doing. And then probably for Sunday, I'll be running my front runner engine, the basically red, white, and blue passenger set that's been kind of popular lately on the channel. So yeah, and then kind of some other things to talk about this podcast. So all of my podcasts, all my videos, there's going to be unfortunately no set schedule for them just because of the way my IRL schedule is with work and everything. So these are just going to be pop-up streams. I know it's not going to be best for everyone to capture it, but hopefully you guys can capture on replay. I've got a live stream kind of feed at the bottom of the main channel, so you can see if you missed one or not. One thing that will be consistent is shorts. Shorts have been kind of a miracle for this channel. I've always wanted to do that type of format because it always worked with the recording style that I have. And so it has definitely been helping the channel grow like significantly. I know it's kind of frowned upon from time to time. So I try to keep them somewhat engaging by just showing the train going through the front camera, like mini rail fanning. And that's kind of what I'm going to do. I'm thinking about going to 2 shorts a day just because I'm testing the algorithm just to see if I can get an accurate gauge of it. I know it keeps changing over time, and YouTube's a whole nother beast in itself. Yeah, it definitely is a late stream. I wasn't expecting anyone to be here, to be honest. So I do appreciate you guys. Looks like we've got 3 viewers here. Very late stream, yeah, yeah, for sure. But it's kind of a test run. That's all this is. Like I said, I put tech demo because the only way to truly test these things when I'm trying something new is to test it, and that's why I put tech demo. It's my way of letting you guys know that this is not really going to be fancy in any way. It's going to be some bugs along the way, but we gotta do something. Yeah, and the best thing. The best thing. Hey babe, how you doing? The best thing that I can say is when it comes to shorts is do what you want to do to have fun. For me personally, I always do my shorts as a viewpoint of a mini rail fanner. So if you like a rail fanning IRL, that's kind of the shots that I tend to take. But I'm starting to expand my shorts into nice. Um yeah. Um when it comes to shorts, been diving into the turntable art. So I used to do a lot of turntable videos, but now that kind of content is going to shift towards shorts. So I've done a couple of mini prints shorts, and I think those ones have been a lot of good positive feedback on that. So I'm going to continue that. I'm going to go into other objects as well, probably put buildings on the turntable. So I'm going to be expanding that tenfold. And then my rolling roads. So if you've seen some of my earlier videos, I used to do rolling roads videos, and that will also get transformed into shorts. The only issue is that I've got to get it all set up again because my first focus was getting that DCC layout, modular layout up and going. But now I'm going into my other two modulars that I'm not using. They're going to get converted into a DC rolling roads. So that way I can start showcasing my DC collection until I can get my DC layout up and going again. So again, if you've been following this channel since the beginning, the mythical city that had basically 4 modulars with like a whole downtown skyscrapers, with the other side being like a village that had like Godzilla on one side and the dragon on the other. Um, 2 of the modulars got damaged on the move because of track work. So I got to completely redo the track work on it. And then I got to get all set up. Once I get those set up, we'll have our city back up and going. And so I'll have a DC layout ready to go as well. So a lot of good things coming up over the next couple months with that. I'm almost fully operational getting things set up, but the rolling roads, yeah. Yeah, like I said, the rolling roads, they're going to be going into shorts because if I really want to do the rolling roads justice, I need to build a modular turntable, like a proper turntable. Because what I would like to do is put the rolling roads on the turntable and then put the engine on top, so that way it'll rotate 360 on the turntable, getting the power from it. And so that's how I'll get the full videos out of it. But for now, they'll be back to shorts. And if it's really that popular, then I'll put it back into video format. But for the sake of my time and job and everything, yeah, it's just better suited for shorts. But yeah, I'm definitely excited for that. So that's a good question. That's a good question. Not yet. I am just diving into N scale. Victoria there is wanting to go into N scale, and that's where kind of the N scale very mini small Kato layout T-track is going to come from. So I think I will. It's just it's not kind of a priority at this moment. Yeah. Yeah, she's the N scaler. But yeah, it's not a priority yet because I'm still trying to figure out HL. And my biggest priority right now is just learning how to convert DC into DCC um, ready or capable engines. And so I'm starting off with the DC ready engines. I'm getting them all converted to the Digitrax decoders. I know it's not the best one, but for cost, for value to get into DCC, that's probably high priority for me because once I get them DCC, then I can start getting them onto my layout. I can start recording on them for the big layout at SAMRA for shorts and everything. Yeah, she definitely does most of the scenery for sure. Yeah. And so that's kind of the way forward with that. And then I've got so many engines to convert from DC to DCC. And there seems to be a shortage too, because every time I'm trying to find like Ditracks or Bluenami or soundtracks decoders, they're all sold out. It's kind of weird because every step of the way of this process, I've been running into supply demand issues. First, it was with the roadbed. Now it's with Pico Code 83 track, Flex track, and now I'm running into it with decoders. And that's the thing that concerns me about N scale because the thing is HO is so small already. I can only imagine N scale. Yep, I definitely agree with that. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and bring this back up. Electric, yeah, and that's the thing. Electrical is my thing, so it kind of works out. Okay. So right now I'm just doing kind of a sample test here to see how my computer can handle this. But I've been definitely having some lag issues. I got like two programs I got to run to get kind of this going here. So if you guys haven't seen my video on unboxing number one or the IC, this little guy right here is one of my pride and joy engines that I need to convert to DCC like immediately. Yeah. So this is Union Pacific number 80. This is the coal turbine. So kind of doing a small little show tell you can call. And seeing it's probably I don't know if it's too dark. Oh, you know what? I don't have my light on. I have a light to light this up here. There we go. Hey, that looks a lot better. So the wonderful coal turbine. Nice. But yeah, this is fully brass. I guess I paid like 7 times less than the asking price from the DCC version that just was announced recently. Yeah, it's a little bit of lag here, I can see. And my computer's definitely struggling a bit. I still gotta add couplers. This thing's missing a screw, but yeah, it's a turbine, so it's actually 3 parts. I guess I'll unravel this. Screw it. Let's do it. It's the show and tell time, I guess. Okay, so yeah, this is the UP80 part of the coal turbine fleet, or turbine fleet, I should say. Only one was made. It was an experimental unit, and it was deemed a failure. Yeah, some lag. Yeah, yeah. I figure where the lag is coming from, unfortunately, is from this PC. This PC only has 8 GB of RAM in it, while the other one has 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. 16. So am I doing this upside down? Probably doing this upside down. Yep, maybe. Yeah, so this is the massive freaking B unit. It's just redonkulous how freaking big this thing is. I'm still kind of amazed by it. Absolutely crazy. I should have put that up. Whatever. Unpacked this so many times. And this is the last piece. Yeah, this thing is a Frankenstein. Because what they actually ended up doing was this was an Erie diesel that they converted. This one I can't remember, but this was like an experimental engine from I think the PRR, Pennsylvania Railroad, and they bought it and converted it. And then this actually came off the UP 9000 tender. So they literally scrapped it and Frankensteined it together to make the coal turbine. But it's definitely a high priority for me to get this into DCC. Because what I would like to do is do a all turbine special. Yeah, that's so much here. I don't know if you can see. You can see this. So yeah, this is the whole engine right here, or the whole train. I think it's too. Yeah, it's too wide, but yeah, it barely fits on camera when you look at it side by side. Absolutely crazy. But yeah, that is the game plan. I'll probably leave this out so I can actually start working on it. Yeah, and this is all brass too. NJ custom brass. Yeah, definitely agree with you there. Okay, come on. Yeah, definitely gonna need an upgrade to this computer for sure. Because it's lagging at every possible chance now. And it's just the processor. Like I said, it's the RAM on this. I know for a fact what's causing it. All right, we're gonna go ahead and remove that before my computer complains anymore. All right, I'm trying to think if there's anything else to talk about. So, yeah, I am excited for the future. I'm excited where we can take this. And I think for now, we'll put a pause on this particular podcast because my other computer can handle the other podcast really well with the ICRL podcast. As far as this one, though, it's pretty much going to need to be upgraded to handle everything I want to do. But I think for now, as far as like basic chat, if we bring like up guests, and share websites, it's fine. When it comes to show and telling, however, I think I got a hold on the show and tell for right now because that's when I see that it starts getting laggy. Yep. Right. Well, the big thing about N-Scale is that I want to get into Kotl and I want to get into T-Track. So it gives me the excuse to get into T-Track. But yeah, thanks for joining, Mystic. Hey, have a good one. Yeah, Kotl, yeah. Everything about T-Track is the future. I wish it would be adapted heavily in HO scale, but T-Track is where it's at. It really is. I'm just so heavily invested in HO right now that modular layouts is where I'll stick to for now. And then once that's all done, then we'll get N scale up and going. But I'm excited, and you'll see all that in the my next modular layout update. Yep. Take care, Mystic. All right, everyone. I think we're gonna go ahead and call it there. Definitely went a lot longer than I was originally planning on, but I am definitely excited for the future. And this was a good tech demo. Again, Scaletrains will be at SAMRA. So if you're seeing this on the replay, post all of your questions in the comments down below, and I will try to get them all answered and try to get a follow-up video, or maybe we get the answer in the actual video itself. So with that, thank you so much. Wing hugs to you all, and have a great day. See you on the next stream.